This is my top advice for young, aspiring entrepreneurs. My name's Nate Jones. I post a video every single day about business, entrepreneurship, how to start a business, how to buy a business. I actually post about businesses for sale. So if you'd like that type of content, hit like and subscribe. So if this video is for the young, aspiring entrepreneur, maybe you've started a business and you haven't really grown it that much so far, this video is going to help you. Maybe you're planning to start a business. You just don't know which one to start, where to go, how to get going on this entrepreneur journey, but you know that you don't want to just go work for somebody else. You want your own thing. This video is for you. So I have 8 life lessons that I've learned from other people in my life, other super successful entrepreneurs, advice that I've learned along the way, running multiple businesses that are successful. So you need to know these 8 things so you can avoid the traps and also have the right mindset going into it. So first thing here is you need to commit to being an above average person. An above average person cares about their health and fitness. An above average person cares about their relationships, because they know if their relationships are in check when things are hard, you have people in your corner that are encouraging you and being a positivity in your life. You have great spiritual relationships with whatever you believe that you're here on this world. You need to have that defined, and you need to be journaling every day, understanding yourself. What are your doubts? What are you going through? You need to be an above average person. An average person says, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to go through life as a reaction. An above average person says, hey, I'm going to take my life and I'm going to start improving myself today. So reading books, working out every day so you have energy. Running a business requires a ton of energy. You need to make sure that your energy levels are high. The best way to do that is be in great shape, okay? So number 2, think bigger than what you believe is possible. This is one thing that when I took a job at a law firm, and the law firm worked with high net worth clients. Before I took that job, I thought that if somebody had a $500,000 house and they had a car that was paid off and their house was almost paid off, I thought that that person was rich. I thought that that was accomplished. But when I went and met with these high net worth people, seeing how they lived, I realized, oh my gosh, like that's what's possible. You can make 20 to 30 million a year. I thought $100,000, $150,000 a year was you made it. But I broadened my horizon by having those experiences, flying in a private jet, walking around mansions, seeing all these things of how the rich live. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's the life. That's the life. That's the freedom to being able to just hop on a plane and go somewhere. Having the freedom that, hey, you want to take your family on a vacation? Don't worry, I can pay for it. Going to the nice restaurants, having the personal trainer, having the personal chef, having all those things that is going to lead to you having a more easier life. Now, it won't be necessarily lead to happiness, but it is a lot easier to be happy when you have all the flexibility and no stress that the rich have as far as financial stress. So think bigger than what you believe is possible. Once I had that experience, I was like, oh my gosh, I can achieve this. These guys are just like anybody else. The rich, we often put them on a pedestal and we say, wow, that's so cool that they have achieved what they've achieved. Man, they're almost like a god. It is not like that. Anybody can be rich. Anybody can have a more improved life and think bigger. So, the way you're raised, you only understand what you've seen. But I'm here to tell you today, please push yourself, your goals a lot bigger than what you really think, because when you do that, you start being creative with solutions. If I put my goal that's almost out of reach, guess what I have to do? I have to change something that I'm working on right now, because I can't achieve that goal unless I rationally change something else to get myself there, right? A human is not irrational with how they can get somewhere, right? You're saying, hey, I want to have a Porsche someday. Well, if you only make $30,000 a year, you are going to rationally tell yourself, hey, I need more money, right? So that's what you need to do. You need to dream bigger so it pushes you beyond what you believe is comfortable so you can get to that next level. Third thing is be actively patient with finding your path. What that means is so many people, they rush into starting a business. They're stressed about finding that business idea. They're stressed about finding their path, maybe a career, maybe starting a business. They're so stressed. They're like, I want to find something right now. And what I'm trying to tell you today is be actively patient. What is actively patient? Because it's not just being patient. Patience, in my opinion, is sitting on the couch doing nothing. That's not going to solve any of your problems. Being actively patient means, hey, I'm going to read books. I'm going to do research. I'm going to look up YouTube videos on different businesses. Like the whole point of my channel is to provide people with an outlet in which they can see that there is so many ways to make money. I've probably reviewed over 100 businesses on my page. I've reviewed over 5 to 6 businesses for sale that are for sale right now that pretty much anybody could buy. And I'm trying to tell you that anything is possible, that any business idea out there can lead to success. So Be actively patient. That means that you need to be researching, reading books, doing, reaching out to other people in the community to have businesses, being actively, but not making a decision on one yet because the opportunity will come. But if the opportunity doesn't come, make sure you're active in your patience. Next thing is follow opportunity, not passion. Passions come and go. Opportunity is unique and at hand. What that means is when an opportunity comes, it's only gonna be available for that short period. And if you don't strike the kettle, if you don't strike that opportunity, it could go away and your whole life could change, right? If I didn't start the business that I started at the right time when I really wanted to start it, it may have not been possible for me to start it today. I may have not had the success I had because I started a little bit later. Don't miss your shot. Take the opportunity and be open to stuff that is not super familiar to you, right? I grew up, I played basketball, varsity basketball, I played football, I played baseball, right? Sports was my passion. But I did not follow sports into the business world. I didn't follow sports into opportunity because there wasn't an opportunity for me to make meaningful money in sports. I wasn't a great athlete. I was good enough to play, but I wasn't going to go play college baseball, basketball, or football somewhere. So my opportunity was not there. And it was not there for me to go work in sports because I don't believe there's a ton of money unless you reach the top of the top. So I'm not going to follow my passion. I'm not going to go work in basketball. No, I'm going to go work and find an opportunity that's out there that's unique to me because that's where I'm going to be successful. And that's where I found my opportunity, which was insurance, starting an insurance agency. I found it in college. I followed that opportunity. Am I super passionate about it? No, I'm not passionate. You're never going to be passionate about your job 100% of the time. You need to find something that is an opportunity unique to you. Number 5, stop caring about other people's opinions when taking risk. So many people, it's usually family, that when you say, hey, I'm thinking about starting this business, they're going to say, oh no, don't go bankrupt. I don't know how many people told me, hey, Nate, you start your business, you're going to go under and you're going to waste money. And somebody told me I'm going to go bankrupt. Now I make 5 times more money than they do. Okay. So what I'm trying to tell you is know who you're getting advice from. If you're getting advice from somebody who's never take risk and they've never done anything meaningful in their life but work a job, then they're probably going to tell you not to go after it because they didn't go after it. But if you ask somebody who's actually gone through a meaningful life, who's taken risk, that person will likely tell you, hey, make sure you have a plan, but yeah, I think you should go for it. And when I talk to people, because people ask me if, hey, can I have a phone call with you? Always reach out, don't hesitate. Free phone call with me. It'll be about 30 minutes and I will always tell you, hey, if you have a plan of action, take the risk because life is short. Do meaningful stuff in your life. So stop caring about other people's opinions and letting them hold you back from success because you're scared that they don't believe in you. The only person you need to believe in you is yourself to get started today. Number 5, make sure the business you start is scalable and sellable. Okay? This is kind of like being actively patient, the number 3 that I have, but this is number 6. Make sure it's scalable. That means make sure you're starting a business in which you can grow and scale to make more money, in which you as the business owner can grow your business to a point where you have employees where you can step away for a week and the business continues to operate and continues to make money. So many people are in businesses in which you can't scale, or it's really very, very difficult to scale, in which you can walk away. You are the business owner, but it's also kind of like a job because you're there every single day. And if you're not there, the business doesn't make money. That's not a business, that's a job. Make sure that you have a business. So make sure you start a business that's scalable. Starting a business that's sellable means that you can build value in that business, which can be sold. A lot of businesses are pretty much sold for around what the revenue is, if not less. Usually it's for sale around what the equipment is and maybe a little bit more value added to the sale price. But there's businesses that sell 10 to 15 times their profit. So if the profit's $100,000, they can sell for $1 million. Why is that? Because there's value in that business. Usually what makes a business sellable is recurring revenue, a brand that's going to continue to operate after the owner leaves, and a team in place that's going to continue to run that business and grow that business. Now you got to be committed to starting a business that is potentially sellable. So by doing that, you just research businesses that you're going to start and see if they're for sale, see what the sale price is. And if it's not very much, it's probably not the right business to start. Okay. So let's go into here real quick. All right. So number 7, don't be a student forever. At some point, you have to get in the game. What that means is, hey, So many people want to sit around, they want to read book after book after book. The books pile up to the ceiling. They have this big library. They're talking about everything, but they've never done anything. At some point, you have to get off the bench and you have to get in the game. You can be a student your entire life, but never actually doing anything. So what I'm trying to tell you is so many people want to be analysis by paralysis. They have to have everything perfect. They have to have everything. I very much so think you should prepare before you start a business, but at some point you got to stop preparing and you got to actually do it, because you're going to learn more by taking action than you are by reading. Okay, I've learned more in my career, or being a business owner. I've learned more by taking consistent action and actually operating my business about business than I ever learned in my business school and the business books that I've read. You have to get in the game and you have to get pushed over to learn how to get back up. You have to fire somebody to learn how to fire somebody and not let it affect you. You have to learn how to grow a sales team. You have to learn how to do all these things so you become great at them. Okay, so make sure that you don't be a student forever. Eventually, you got to get in the game. Stop sitting on the bench and get in the game. Number 8 here, your first 2 years in business will be your hardest, and then it'll get easier. The reason that is because nobody knows your business. Nobody is interacting with it. You don't have any word of mouth. The whole current of the current world is that what the world is doing now. So you have to find a little spot in the current to bring it over to your business, right? That current is money. Well, for money to interact with your business, that means you have to shout from the mountaintops from sales, right? You have to get people to know your business. And once people know your business, they talk about your business and your business starts to flourish. But that's going to take 8 years, or that's going to take 2 years, because you really have to go make every single sale. Your first sale is going to be the hardest, and it just keeps, and it's hard to bring in that revenue. And then eventually the revenue gets easier to bring in because you get your processes down, you understand how to interact with clients better, and you're going to become a better salesperson, a better business owner. You're going to grow your business. But after that 2-year mark, it gets a lot easier because you have basically successfully gone over the hump of committing to starting this business, and that your business is going to continue to operate. But that first 2 years, you got to be committed to saying, I'm going to get punched in the face every single day, and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep moving forward. So commit to the first 2 years and know that after that first 2 years, it's going to get a lot easier. It's been a lot easier for me and my business. After the first 2 years, things have really started to scale out and really started to grow. It was really the first year for me that was really the hardest. Second year was getting a little bit easier. So just commit to it. So these are the 8 things that every young entrepreneur really needs to commit to, making them their own tenants. Make these in your own words, make them what you really believe. But what I'm trying to tell you today is that for you to find success, you need to be analyzing the 8 tenets that everybody else that every entrepreneur's ever seen, right? Every entrepreneur has gone through these 8 things. Don't feel like you can't go through them or you won't go through them. You will go through them, and you need to keep these in the back of your head. If you like this type of content, hit like and subscribe. Thank you.